every weekend this summer, live on CBS, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, followed by 2 games on Vice starting at 6:30 p.m.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in the Twin Cities. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day.
Who let the dogs out?
Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Rediscover Southdale Center Saturday from noon till 3. Win a $500 Tory Burch gift card or $200 to David Yurman. Plus DJ Beats, pop-ups, and giveaways from Lululemon, Kate Spade, New York, and more. First 250 guests get a free Southdale tote. Follow us at Southdale Center for details.
This Father's Day, treat Dad to a brand new Mazda from Walzer Burnsville Mazda or Walzer Polar Mazda. Hey, it's Jenny here, and during the Give Back and Save Big event, lease a 2025 Mazda CX-30, CX-50, or CX-5 for just $269 a month with 10% down. Plus, get low financing as low as 1.9% APR for 36 months on qualifying models. It's the perfect time to show Dad some love. Stop by Walzer Burnsville Mazda or Walzer Polar Mazda today.
Arthur's Jewelers is where uniqueness meets style. Discover exclusive designs from America's top jewelry brands.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on the crosstown, westbound from 34th Avenue to 35W, 169 slow northbound from Highway 21 to Pioneer Trail, Highway 36 delays westbound from Dale to Fairview, Highway 10 delays eastbound 93rd lane to 35W. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Fantastic Sam's.
Where do you go for fantastic hair? At FS Cut and Color, we do haircuts, color, treatments, and more. Whether you're looking for a bold new hue or a fresh trim, our expert stylists deliver head-turning results at prices you'll love. Visit your Minneapolis area Fantastic Sam's salon today.
This week on Dear Chelsea with me, Chelsea Handler, Maren Morris is here. You came out of a marriage and you had a huge growth spurt.
I was expanding and growing at a really fast pace. You could throw motherhood and postpartum, learning about myself. There were a lot of identity crises going on, but I realized I can't look back and slow down for people.
Listen to Dear Chelsea on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Dear Chelsea and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Watch the Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. Just search Dave Ryan TV live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. It's 101.3 KDWB.
Tell us why you turned down a proposal, because there are people listening. You've got to figure there's at least a few people listening who have been proposed to and have said no.
Mm-hmm.
Just no, it's too early. It's not time. If Vaughn were to ask Alyssa right now, will you marry me?
Oh.
What do you think she would say?
I pray she'd say yes, but I'd also be worried she'd be like, it's a little too soon.
I don't think she would. I think she would be like, okay, well, we're going to put it off for a while, but yes, I accept the proposal.
Yeah, that's still putting it off. The reason we brought this up, my friend Kyle, maybe I shouldn't have said his name. He'll never hear it. He'll never hear this. He's been with his girlfriend since high school, and now we're in our 20s. And he said he proposed, I think 2 weeks ago, and he didn't tell anybody, but she was just like, I don't want to get married.
Ooh, like to you or
no,
period?
Just, she doesn't think they need to get married. Being in a relationship is perfectly fine. Nothing changes to her, but it still sucks.
What about you? Why did you turn down a proposal? We'll start off with Ashley, but call me at 651-989-KDWB or use the talkback feature, or we'll check text messages too. We're just curious. What did you got somebody proposed and you turned them down? Ashley, what happened, Ashley?
So a coworker of mine set me up with a friend of his, and we went out on a first date, went to a movie, everything was great, but can't really get to know each other. So he set up a second date, went out, had plans to get dinner and drinks at the bar, and he was there with a buddy of his, which I thought was a little strange to begin with. And when I first walked up to him, he the friend had said, "Oh, so you must be wifey." And I said, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, my bad. Like, where I'm from, like, that's what we call our girlfriends." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then the two of them started, like, fumbling something around underneath the bar counter. And I was like, what are these two doing? Like, are they passing illegal things there, or what's going on? And then he turned to me, he goes, "Can I ask you something?"
Oh.
I said, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" And he goes, "Will you marry me?" And I said, "Absolutely not."
On a
I said,
second
"I've
date.
been on one date with you and barely even know who you are. There's no way I'm saying yes."
Why in the world would he think, Ashley, that you would say yes or that was a good thing to do?
I'm still unsure to this day, to be honest.
And he had a ring and everything?
Yes. He opened a solitaire diamond ring box and he goes, "What do you think?" And I said, "It's a beautiful ring. Who's it for?"
Wow. Did you ever see this guy again, Ashley?
I did not.
Are you married now?
I am not.
Okay. Ashley, will you marry me?
No.
Okay. I mean, you could have at least thought about it. All right, Ashley, thanks. Great story.
Wow.
We appreciate it. Let's hear your story.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
All right, well, look for phone calls, 651-989-KDWB. I will do the dirt. In the meantime, brought to you by 612 Injured Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Gracie Abrams got some new music, and I found it for you. I thought I'd play a little snippet of Gracie Abrams and see whether you like it or not. And here we go. Nothing yet.
It's further how I need you. Now you know you so out of nowhere.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Not very long about
So
one.
if you watch Breaking Bad, the ending of Breaking Bad was epic. It was well written, unlike Sopranos, which was like kind of left you up in the air. And a lot of shows, you get to the end and you're like, that was a terrible series finale.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a show called The Boys, and maybe you've heard about it. The creator is really worried about delivering a great series finale, and rightfully so.
They said, we had just a list of loose ends on our board that we had no idea what to do with them, that we would keep compiling over the seasons. And then when it came time to do the final season, we would just start checking them off of like, how do we pay them off? Because we're going to look like geniuses.
Miley Cyrus had to patch up her dysfunctional family. Now, she drones on for quite a while in this story, but to see if you can figure out whether any of it is her or whether it's Billy Ray or Trish or Noah or what.
Half of us weren't speaking to each other at one point, and we cleaned all that up. That was a really important part of my year. This year was all of my family putting those lines of communications back together, a lot because of, I had a lot of loyalty to my mom, the way that families do when parents get divorced. I watched what happens when you don't clean things up as they're happening. They really do stack. And then all of a sudden you go, oh my God, it's been 10 years. And this is a mess that I barely even know how to start. This is like emotional hoarding.
Yeah.
But I just kind of bust through the pile that's stacked and just go, I'm here. You're here. Let's start by having a good time together.
I wonder what in Miley Cyrus's family, whether it's jealousy or whether Noah looks at Miley and is like, you were always mom's favorite, or dad paid more attention to your career. Noah Cyrus still got a career, but I mean, Miley Cyrus is like a mega superstar.
Right, exactly.
I feel the same way about Frankie Jonas. Nobody pays any mind to him because he's like so many years younger than the Jonas Brothers.
That would be tough. I mean, seriously. You think about like, I don't know, all the Jonas Brothers, but Nick is the one who is the heart of the Jonas Brothers. He's the one who writes the songs.
Oh, is he?
100%.
Oh.
When the Jonas Brothers came here, when they were brand new, back when they still wore purity rings, they performed down the hall in the KDWB Sky Room.
Oh,
and the rest of them sang like kids in a choir, sang with their mouths open and their eyes open, and they were just singing along. Nick had the soulful face. He had the eyes closed, and he was into it. And I said, that's the musician in the group.
Ooh.
That's the guy with the music in his soul. The rest of them are they're just because they're along for the ride.
Really?
And, they're, moderately talented, but there would be no Jonas Brothers without Nick writing the songs.
Well, yeah,
absolutely not.
I definitely feel that, yeah. But I saw the Jonas Brothers, and Joe Jonas has the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in live.
Joe does?
It was so good. He was so good. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, I'm going to call somebody if you can stall for me for a second.
I can
okay?
stall.
Yeah.
Fine. What's up? How are you?
Well, let me read you this list of the best TV dads apparently of all time, since Sunday is Father's Day.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin, and this is no particular order. Peter Griffin from Family Guy, Phil Dunphy from Modern Family, Phil Banks, or just Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince, Philip Drummond from Different Strokes. Oh, it's ringing.
Oh, Mr. Drummond. Yeah.
I love Mr. Drummond in Different Strokes.
I never watched that show.
Danny Tanner from Full House.
Is that Bob Saget?
Yes. R.I.P.
Honestly, kind of hot. Would smash.
Okay, Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
Some of these I agree with. I don't know if they
I
go
feel like they're just dads.
Forwarded to voicemail.
Dang
the
it.
person you're trying to.
The reason I call this person is because they have a story about turning down a proposal.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz is the guy. He's the creator of Peanuts, Charlie Brown and Lucy and Snoopy. He used to live here. As a matter of fact, I think he lived most of his life here.
In Minnesota.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, Charles Schultz proposed to my friend's grandma.
Wow.
So think of your friend's grandma.
Yes.
She turned him down. She had red hair. She was the little red-haired girl that Charlie Brown always had a crush on but could never get with.
That is some deep family lore.
Isn't that a great story?
Wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? To say,
my
like,
grandma was the little red-haired girl. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, back to the dirt. We're 5 minutes away from weekend tickets, so hang on for that. This is Dakota Johnson won a Razzie. So that's the thing. It's kind of like they come out at the same time of the Academy Awards. They're for bad movies, bad acting. So Dakota Johnson won a Razzie, which is not an honor. Then she got a message from her fellow winner, Sandra Bullock.
I won the Razzie for Worst Actress. This really good movie called Madame Web.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
Did you accept the Razzie?
Oh, yeah. I asked if they'd send it to me. Sandra Bullock sent me a voice note being like, I heard you are in the Razzie Club and we should have brunch. We should have a monthly brunch. Because I guess she won that the year that she won the Oscar.
Okay. I don't know what she won the Razzie for, but
probably some garbage movie. Speaking of some garbage movies, some garbage people, the Kardashians, who I actually love. Apparently, fun fact, Kim Kardashian employs how many nannies to help raise her 4 children, Dave? Guess.
Two.
2?
2 nannies.
7.
That's a great question. Oh, 7.
One for each day of the week.
Interesting. Well, she employs 9. 9 nannies to help raise her 4 children. They're responsible for meals, clothing, laundry, security, drivers, and each of the kids' schedules. And all of the nannies are full-time. They work 6 days a week for 12-hour shifts, starting at 6 in the morning. And their base salary, do you want to guess their salary?
$100,000 a year.
Yeah, $100,000 a year. Exactly that. Each, yeah.
But they probably, if they live in, do they live in?
Possibly.
They probably get meals and transportation free.
Yeah, and they get a pay raise if they stay longer than 18 months and, quote, if the kids like them.
How do you feel about somebody who can afford it, basically not raising her kids? And I don't, Kim is smart, but if she got 9 nannies and she's got, 4 kids?
4 kids, yeah.
Are you really raising your own kids? Or are you so dedicated to your business and money-making empire that you're not paying attention to your kids?
Right.
Or just doing a little I colored with her last Tuesday.
And that's kind of it. I wonder if anyone listening was kind of raised by a nanny, because I didn't have a nanny, but I know a lot of nannies.
Okay.
Like a lot of my friends have been nannies in their life and spend a ton of time with kids like all day long in the summertime. And I wonder if if her kids are kind of resentful that they don't spend any time with their mother.
True. And I also wonder, when moms and dads get older or the kids grow up, do you go, God, I wish I would have spent more time with my kids instead of pawning them off on the nanny?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a nanny while you're at work is one thing. That's like a regular nanny. But if you had a nanny take your kids to gymnastics practice and you had your nanny take your kids to Boy Scouts or whatever, do you feel like you missed out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it sucks because it's Kim and you have to work. Everybody has to do what they have to do. But I just couldn't imagine being so disconnected that you have that many.
Yeah.
9 nannies.
Full time.
It's a list of the 100 best songs of the year so far from a website you ain't never heard of, and neither have I. It's called consequence.com. They put together a list of the top 100 songs of the year so far. Here are 3 of the songs. I've never heard of, I don't think, any of them except Lady Gaga's Abracadabra. Let's play them, and then these are supposedly the 3 best songs of the year so far. And I'll tell you what they are. This is called It's a Mirror by Perfume Genius. Okay, the next one, you know this one. And then the number one it's called Girls Feel Good by FKA Twigs, whom I've never heard of.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah?
I feel like I'm on the dance floor, but I'm in the jungle at the same time.
Okay.
Because it had kind of a jungly like vibe, George of the Jungle
I
vibe.
get that. Now I remember this is consequence.com, so it's not like, a whole lot of credibility
Yeah,
there.
heavy hitter, consequence.com.
Exactly. And that is the dirt on KDWB. We are just a couple of minutes away from the Weeknd tickets. We're going to get those for you. He just sold out Met Stadium, had the biggest crowd of any black artist ever at Met Stadium. And the Weeknd is going to be here this weekend.
Yeah, on the 14th.
On the 14th is Saturday.
Yeah, 3 days away.
If you want to go, I get tickets for you right now for the weekend. And by the way, if you haven't signed up yet, you're really kind of missing out because it's super easy to do. Go follow 1013 KDWB on Instagram. Once you follow us, then just post anything. You can post, it is now 7:35 a.m. I don't care. You can say my name is whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then just tag anybody. And then you're in. Okay, but then you got to listen. And here's the key part that people don't quite realize. Once you do that, you are registered, but you have to hear your name on the radio in the morning at 7:35. We'll do it again at 8:35. So here is this hour's name for the Weeknd tickets. What is the handle this hour?
All right. It is Megan.Pavlish. I'm going to spell it because the last name's funky. Megan.Pavlish. So Megan.Pavlish.
Okay, Megan, call me at 651-989-KDWB. I'm going to set a little timer on my Apple Watch, and you were going to call within 10 minutes and 13 seconds. We had a winner yesterday, twice yesterday. So listen for your name every morning at 7:35 and 8:35. If it's not you this time, then listen next hour because you do have to listen to win. While we're waiting for Megan to call, we'll play The Weeknd and Ariana Grande on KDWB. The Weeknd on KDWB is here on Saturday night. This weekend is Friday the 13th. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that kind of thing, Dave?
Well, there's a thing called the rhythm method.
Yeah.
So I learned I learned don't practice the rhythm method on Friday the 13th.
What's the rhythm method?
You don't know what the rhythm method is?
Could you explain it to me?
Google it.
I don't want to Google it. I want you to explain it to me, Dave.
It is a form of birth control.
Okay.
That is basically you're kind of counting on things not being fertile during that time of the month.
Sure. Your rhythm's being off.
Your rhythm is off. There's isn't it only 2 days a month that a woman can get pregnant?
No, you can get pregnant like every day except for like on your like first or second day of your period, I think.
I don't think you're right. I know more about this than you do.
I don't think there's only 2 days.
I think there's only
fertile.
2 days out of a month that a woman is actually very fertile.
Well,
Isn't that true?
Maybe the most fertile. There are like a couple of, maybe not 2. I would say like 3 days or 4 that you're like super fertile.
3 days or 4. That's when you're ovulating?
Yes.
You're ovulating.
But then the
Not
rest
sure what
of the
that
days,
means. I've heard that term before.
you can still get pregnant the rest of the days.
Not
you just
really.
you have the best chance in that like window of time.
2 days. It's 2 days.
Yes, it might be like 2.
Somebody listens who knows.
Someone who listens knows. I've never bore a child.
You've never been pregnant before, so you
No.
wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
So the rhythm method on Friday the 13th is probably not a great idea, was my point.
Because it would be a bad luck scenario.
Now we're still waiting for our weekend winner to call in. She has not called in. So I'm going to guess if she's not called in, she's probably not going to call in.
Probably sleeping.
But we'll do it again. Someone coming up at 8:35, and then Fallon and Colt this afternoon at 3:35 and 4:35.
Okay, someone texted in. It's like 5 days that you're fertile. And they said, Bailey, are you okay? I think we need to ask Dave because he said 2 and I said 4. So I was closer. 5 days that you're fertile.
I think it's 2.
And then someone says there's only a 72-hour period or a woman is fertile enough to actually get pregnant.
Yeah, 72 hours. That's pretty close.
However, sperm can live inside for up to 3 days. So, no, you can get pregnant whenever.
I mean, you shouldn't take a chance, but there's definitely times when you're more likely when you're
take a chance
when you are not going to get pregnant.
Well, someone's flaming me saying, as a reproductive person, you should know this. Unless I'm reproducing. Why do I need to know? I ain't reproducing.
You choose to know what you want to know.
I don't want to know that.
Okay.
I got other things in my brain.
We are. It doesn't look like we had a winner on the weekend, so we'll move on to get on with our lives. We're going to play a little game here called the Call In Sick Olympics on KDWB. So what you're going to do is you're going to call us at 651-989-KDWB, and you will give us your best call in sick impression. And you can, take 10 or 15 or 20 seconds or whatever. Mm-hmm. I've never tried to call in sick with a fake voice because I just, knock on wood, I've only had like 5-6 sick days my entire time at KDWB in 32 years. It's amazing. Pretty healthy. I work out and I go to Livia.
Healthy as a horse.
Healthy as a horse.
Honestly, it's kind of nice that text messages exist in general because I can just text in saying like, hey guys, it's 11 p.m. at night and I'm feeling pretty bad. So I'm thinking I might not be there tomorrow versus calling in the morning.
No, I got that totally. And I think
so nice.
I think people have done that on the show before. So here's what we're going to do. You call us at 651-989-KDWB, and we will listen to your best call in sick and see how you do. First up, Bailey J. Hess. Hey, Bailey, what's up?
Hey, Dave. I'm sorry. It's like super late, but like my stomach feels weird. Like I've got this like little in my stomach. And I don't know what it is. So I think I'm going to stay home today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would believe it until the tear part.
Oh, I cry all the time, though.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would feel bad because I'm missing out on work.
See, I think the thing is you got to put it on a little bit, but not too much.
Oh,
and you did good until the cry part.
Oh.
So I would be like, here, you do me.
Okay. Hey, Dave, what's up?
Oh, hey, Bailey. God, I hate to bother you. I am not going to make it in today.
Oh.
I am so sick. I cannot get off the toilet. I'm on the toilet right now. I'm going at both ends. I know you don't want to hear about it, but I am not going to ruin your show today by coming into work today.
I wouldn't believe a moment of that, Dave,
Why?
because you sounded so bored throughout the whole thing. And also, I'm on the toilet right now. You couldn't get off the toilet to make a call.
It's that bad. All right, Vaughn. Shoot your shot, Vaughn.
Well, let me do this. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, Vaughn?
I'm rolling around in bed and I have a migraine and I don't know, something coming out of my one end and something coming out the other. I don't think I could come in for the show today.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I stay home?
You know what? I would believe you because you don't like to miss work.
I don't. And I hate being sick, so I wouldn't lie about it.
I would absolutely believe you.
Though, can I say one thing? Vaughn saying, I don't think I can make it in is giving a high school student because
you don't want to say I'm not coming in.
No, you say I'm not coming in. I cannot come in versus I don't think I can. Because if you say I don't think I can, my understanding is, oh, so you can. You're not going to have a good time, but you're coming in.
Okay. Well, let's get on the phone here and see how we do with the Call-In Sick Olympics on KDWB. And you get a few seconds to do your best call-in sick. First up is Shoni. Is that you?
Yeah, this is Shoni.
Okay. I'm going to answer the phone, and then you give me your spiel. Here we go. Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, Shoni?
Dude, hate to call you this early. This sucks. I'm not going to be able to make it, man. I made the mistake of getting Quick Trip sushi, and it's just it's not looking good. And there's not enough janitorial staff to help us.
Oh, man. I'm sorry about that.
I hate to do this to y'all, but yeah, I got to do it.
We're shorthanded today, Shoni. Is there any way you can make it in at all?
No, I can't do it, and I truly apologize about this, but you guys will make it through. And if you need any support, I'll try to hop on later and see what I could do to support from home.
Okay. Shoni, thank you. I appreciate that offer. Now, see, he did something that was gracious where he said, I'm going to try my best to help out if you need some help.
Yeah, and he used a very specific example like Quick Trip Sushi.
Meantime, I can hear people yelling 4 in the background.
Hey, keep it down, guys.
Thank you, Shoni.
All right, let's go to Evan. Good morning, Evan.
Morning, Dave.
Okay, good. I'm gonna be your boss, and here we go. Hello.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Man, I just I don't think I'm gonna be able to come in today.
Oh, what's up? What's the matter?
I was drinking last night, and I'm just not feeling too good right now. So I think I'm gonna have to spend the day and take care of a little bit of self-care. That way.
Okay, we've all rather irresponsible to miss work because you're hungover, but I mean we've all been there. I'm hungover right now, so I totally get it. You take it easy, drink a lot of fluids, okay?
Oh, I will. You too, Dave. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, Cara.
Yeah.
Cara, you're about to call in sick on the Call-In Sick Olympics. I'm your boss, and here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
But I was working at the Ramsey County Jail, and I was at the end of my stint at this time, and that is illegal to have to explain why you're sick for any reason. So this is how I did it.
Okay.
Good morning. Sadly.
Uh-oh. Our phone cut out.
Oh, no, I was so looking forward to knowing.
So she says she works at the Ramsey County Jail, and it's illegal to ask people why you're sick. You just have to say, I'm not going to come in today? Wow.
You have to deal with it. Oh.
That's
You
it.
need a job there.
Period.
Hey, Mara. You're calling in sick, Mara. Give us your best performance. I'm your boss, and here I go. Hello.
Hey, Dave. I have a really bad migraine today. I'm not going to be able to come in.
That sounded real.
Does a migrine make you throw up?
Yes, if it's really bad.
It could.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I feel like it's too obvious to throw up on the phone. Like, what are the odds of that happening?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I would never question anybody until I hung up the phone.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, Jenny called in sick again today. Jenny, I don't think she's sick. It sounded like she was, fine to me. So
can I read this text really quick? I'm so sick I can't make it in. The poops are so uncontrollable that I had to poop in the weeds by a car repair shop.
Okay, who wrote that in? I'm finding you. I'm going to come and find you.
If you didn't listen to the Minnesota Goodbye, they're talking about Dave who had to poop in the weeds by a car repair shop the other day.
Bailey, this was not meant for the radio. That was exclusive content on the Minnesota Goodbye.
Now they don't have to go listen.
Well,
Thanks,
I'm not going to give details, but if you want to laugh, you can go check it out on the Minnesota Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, All right, we got one more. This is Jana. We're doing the Call-In Sick Olympics. Jana, I'm your boss. I'm answering the phone. You do your thing. Here we go. Hello?
I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it into work today. I have a really bad case of sickitis.
Of what?
Sickitis.
Sickitis?
Yeah, sickitis crap. Yeah.
Sickitis She is.
I'm sick of this.
I can't come into work today because I got back problems. Rich told me if I came back, there'd be problems. All right. Hey, can I talk to you about fertility for a second, Jana?
Sure.
Okay. Because Bailey and I were having a discussion a minute ago, and I said, okay, it's Friday the 13th, not a good day to practice the rhythm method of birth control. And Bailey's like, what's that? I've never heard of it. And then we talked about how a woman can only get pregnant 2 days out of the month.
See, that doesn't sound right.
Bailey says it's 4. What do you know about this, Jana?
Well, I'm not an expert, but I feel like it's definitely more than 2.
And a lot of people texted in saying it's like 5 or 6. But still, I feel like, can't you get pregnant anytime?
Well, they say you can get pregnant anytime because your body will do weird things, but you can't get pregnant. I mean, can you get pregnant during your period?
Well, isn't it like the few days before?
I think
that's your most fertile. No, your most fertile time is 2 weeks after the start of your period. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, because
right.
It's in like
you're
the
ovulating.
Yeah,
I know.
It's in the
eggs are all there going.
It's in the
come and get
hug. The hug of the month is when you can get the most pregnant. The fattest part of the month.
No, I didn't know that. No.
I just made that up, Dave.
Somebody left a talk back about the ovulation.
Oh, geez.
Okay, good.
Well, thanks, Jana.
Thank you, Jana.
All right, here it is.
You ovulate one.
Oh, never mind. I don't know why
Just
she's
kidding.
crazy.
Woo.
She said you ovulate 1 day a month, but the sperm can stay alive in you for a couple of days before that.
That
No,
grosses
and
me out.
I've heard that's true. So if the sperm can stay alive in your belly, in your area for a couple of days.
I wonder.
It's warm and hospitable in there.
I wonder if it gets scared because it's dark in there, the sperm.
The things you say that come out of your mouth, they fright. Bring back Drake. That's all I want to say. Bring back Drake. All right. Thank you for the reproduction talk. We appreciate it. And we are we're gonna do Name That Tune in a second on KDWB. Vaughn stirs the pot. As a matter of fact, I think we should start with Name That Tune right away. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to give you little clues about a song. You are going to tell me what the song is, and you'll have to bid on how many seconds you need to name that tune. Vaughn, you are going to go first.
Oh,
are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a clue, and then you would tell me what you want to bid. Here we go. First song. This song hit number 1, but then this song hit some legal issues. When it was revealed, it was kind of a copy of a classic R&B song. Vaughn.
Ooh. All right, Bailey, I can name that tune in 3 seconds.
Ooh. Name that tune, Vaughn.
All right, Davey. Everybody get it. Vaughn, that is Blurred Lines.
Yes.
It is indeed.
Yes, it is. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Vaughn is on the board. Here we go.
Okay.
Bailey, you get first bid on this one.
All right.
Can you figure out what this song is? It might be convoluted or difficult or complex, but I think you can do it.
Okay. Dave, I can name that tune in 3 seconds.
Bailey, I can name that tune in 2 seconds.
Let's see. Okay, Vaughn, name that tune. Knew it.
Complicated?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do I can name it in 1.
Oh, I was nervous.
I considered that was a good hint. Because that's
You
what
like
I
the
thought.
hints?
Well, I thought it was going to be complicated based on the hints, but then I thought, well, I'll be a team player.
All right, so I'm got 2 on the board. Bailey is a Cheerio.
Okay.
Okay, there's going to be one more, and I'm going to give you the clue as soon as I tweak a couple of things on the computer.
Some
And
tinkering.
Here we go.
All right.
Here's your clue. A one-hit wonder who may have taken between 6 and 8 years to write this song. Vaughn, you bid first.
Bailey, I can name that tune in 2 seconds.
Name that tune, Vaughn.
Oh, 7 years old or 7?
I'll give it to you. 7 years.
Who is that?
Lucas Graham.
Yes.
I don't even know. I don't think I know this song.
You know this song.
Do I?
Oh, yeah.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.
Okay, back to Name That Tune.
I had forgotten about that song.
Okay.
Banger.
Bailey, you are bidding first on Name That Tune.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. I know you long for the past when things were easier, but just try to calm your anxiety, relax, and guess what this song is. I know you long for the past when things were easier, But just try to calm your anxiety, relax, and guess what this song is. Bailey, what do you bid?
Dave, I'm going to bid, I'm going to name that tune in 2 seconds.
Bailey, name that tune.
Oh, gosh. Hold on. Give me a second. It's, no, I know it because this is the song that played every morning when I woke up to the radio.
Oh, I'm ready to steal.
I wish I could turn back time to the good old days. When Mama said,
I need the title.
Now we're stressed out. Hey, got it!
Stressed out. Yes, exactly right. Yes.
21 Pilots.
Okay, I knew it was 21 Pilots. I did not like this song when it came out.
I liked it.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard.
Then I heard it a lot every day. It's kind of like if you work at McDonald's and every day you get a Big Mac. After a while, you're like, I love Big Macs, but I'm ready for a Chick-fil-A.
I think it played every day at 7:05 in the morning, and I was like, this is the song I wake up to again.
All right, here we go. Next one on Name That Tune. Vaughn, you're bidding first.
All right.
Boy band member goes solo and does this song about a delicious dessert.
I'm going to go out on a limb. Bailey, I can name that tune in 1 second.
Fine, Vaughn, name the tune.
Vaunt, Cake by the Ocean.
Yes, exactly right. Yes.
Gosh, I knew that one.
Boy band member goes solo and does this song about a delicious dessert.
This is a great song.
Thank you. Yes.
The Jonas Brothers do this. Well, Joe Jonas does this one when Jonas Brothers tour.
Oh, okay,
so
good. Okay. Next one. I'm not sure what the score is. I'm just having fun doing the game.
Yeah, Vaughn has 4. I have 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, Bailey, you're back to bidding. Here we go.
Okay.
How you feeling? You might be a lot better when you hear this song. How you feeling? You might be a lot better when you hear this song.
All right, but I'm going to name that tune in 1 second.
All right, Bailey J, name that tune.
I do my hair. Oh, good as hell.
Yeah, Bailey. Okay. Next one, Vaughn, you're bidding first. Here we go. Habla Espanol, young lady.
I think I know what it is. Dave, I can name that tune in 1 second.
All right, Vaughn, name that tune.
Yep, it's Senorita, baby.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good job. All right, the score right now is...
Vaughn has 5. I have 2.
Okay, so it's really out of reach.
Yeah.
But as long as you're having fun, we'll keep playing the
That's
game.
all that matters.
And we have one more to go. All right, here we go. The final song on Name That Tune. Here we go. Is he a criminal? A thief? Does he cheat on his taxes? Or take 15 items in the 10 items or less line? You'd better stay away from him. I'll give it to you again. Is he a criminal? A thief? Does he cheat on his taxes or take 15 items in the 10 items or less line? You'd better stay away from him. Bailey, you bid first.
I'm going to name that tune in 2 seconds, Dave.
Bailey J, name that tune.
Ooh. Bad Guy.
Yeah. You got it. Okay.
Also a great song.
So who's the winner? Oh, Vaughn Leak, right?
Vaughn Leak wins today with 5 points.
I'm playing the whole song.
Heck yeah, do
Here
it.
we go on KDWB. On KDWB, Billie Eilish, as if you didn't know that. It is the Dave Ryan Show. Here's a new thing to win the weekend tickets. There's another way that we just kind of drummed up because we got a bunch of weekend tickets to give away.
Mm-hmm.
So go on the iHeartRadio app, okay? Open up and search for KDWB if you're brand new at this. And then in the upper left-hand corner is like a little plus button there. It's a preset, just like an old school car radio. They still have the presets.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tap that while you're listening to KDWB. Okay, good. That's cool. One more step. Screenshot it, and then DM it to 1013 KDWB. Does it make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
Pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So screenshot your preset that you put KDWB. KDWB is my number 1. Cool 108 is my number 2. Minnesota Goodbye is my number 3 preset. I don't have number 4 yet, but I do like that Cities 97 station.
Yeah, that Zach Dillon guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. So anyway, go preset KDWB, screenshot, then DM that screenshot to 1013 KDWB, and you are all set for another pair of weekend tickets. And I'll have another pair here on the radio coming up at 8:35. So if you registered, then be here. You got to make sure you're here. And it happens a lot where people don't realize you register and then you go on with your life. That doesn't work. You've got to be here to win. So 8:35 this morning on KDWB. Vontavious Carl Leak is a young man who is 23 years old. He is from New Jersey. He is living with a girl named Alyssa. She's a director, a television director, over at Care 11 Television. Take 1, zoom in, camera 2, pan left, zoom in, cue Pat Miles, that type of thing.
Is Pat Miles still there?
No, she's been gone for 40 years.
Gosh.
I just like that you
Dead
said
or just left Care 11.
She's got better things to do.
He lives with a girl named Alyssa, just his roommate, Alyssa. Yeah.
All right, Vaughn, what's on your mind today?
Reporters should be able to play whatever sport they're reporting on. So let's just say you're a football reporter. You should be like Michael Strahan and have played said sport because you're a pro at it. Maybe not a pro, but you know the sport. You know how to report on said thing.
So say that again.
If you're a reporter, like let's say a sports reporter, you should have played the sport in order to be a reporter on it. Because not everyone is. There are some people that specialize in just saying, oh, this person has this many passes this season. I don't know if I trust you as much as I do Strahan.
Do you agree about coaches then too? Should coaches have played the sport or done the activity?
Well, they usually have.
In some capacity.
Except like gymnastics coaches, they usually did not do the balance beam or the pommel horse.
See, that's what I'm thinking is that what if you have an activity or a sport or whatever and your coach didn't play it, but they just know all the rules? Does that make them any less qualified?
I think so. Because you don't have the front-end experience to tell me, oh, that if we're talking about ballet or dancing, that pirouette wasn't precise. Well, how do you know? You do it.
Okay. I'm a little puzzled by the 2 least athletic people in the Twin Cities talking about sports and coaching.
Well, mine's not. I'm looking at it from activities perspective because there are a lot. I'm a speech coach. I talk about it all the time. There's a lot of speech coaches that never did speech, or theater directors that never did theater.
Do they seem any less credible?
Yeah, they do seem a little less credible. Yeah, but also I did speech. But if I had a kid who was okay, if you want to coach me, you do it. I ain't going to perform for you. That's in my past. I'm done. I don't need to perform to know what I'm talking about. I've seen it for, 15 years. So I do think there's validity in seeing the sport and being a part of the sport for so long that you know all of the rules and you know what's good and being able to coach or report on that.
But Vaughn said who's the guy that does the NBA? He's done it for years. Is it Marv Albert?
Oh, I thought you meant Stephen A. Smith.
And that could be. I don't watch a lot of NBA, but it's that voice. It's and now the Pacers take the lead in the series, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it for years. I don't think he may have played basketball in high school.
Yeah.
But he's a great reporter, and that he is the voice of, all right, PA. PA does the voice. He's the voice of the Vikings.
Legend.
He didn't play football. He might have played pee-wee football, or might have been the offensive guard for Chaska. I don't know. But he didn't play a high level of football.
Honestly, they might know more about it than some of the players.
Let's take it let's say comedy, right? Because I like comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take a class where I learn about comedy from somebody that has never done comedy. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, well, why would you? Why would you take, surgery classes from somebody who's never done surgery?
Exactly.
They've just been really involved in the activity for 15 years.
If you've never done said thing, then how do I, typically trust you to talk about said thing, whether it's a sport, an activity?
Okay. Someone texted in saying, What about women? Can they not be football commentators if they couldn't play football in like high school if there's no women's team?
There are so many. And I think if you are knowledgeable and you're a fan, and that's what, when women first were sideline reporters, they hired like, eye candy. It was all like what's her name? Erin Andrews eye candy kind of a thing. But then you start to watch her and you go, oh, Erin Andrews, yeah, she knows her stuff.
Yeah, she actually knows a lot.
And you watch a lot of the sideline reporters, and a lot of the sideline reporters are women during NFL games. And it's like, oh, well, she's a nut kind of a fan, like knows every stat, knows everything about the game, and they're totally credible.
Yeah, versus sometimes there's like a baseball player who then turns into a commentator and is the most boringest dude in the world.
Well, it's sometimes it works out that way. Like Randy Moss was a very colorful Viking. And he's a great commentator because he's Randy Moss. He's just funny and quick.
I think it really
he's also
depends.
got the credibility of he played football.
Right. I think it depends, Vaughn, because you do want somebody who is like a colorful personality reporting. And if they're just a huge fan, I don't see why not.
I'll even take it out of an activity. I'd go on a limb and say, you're not going to want to elect somebody for president that has never been in politics.
Well, I feel like we do that a lot, though.
No, I feel like in some capacity,
Reagan was an actor.
He was also governor of California.
Oh, was
before.
he?
Yeah, he was governor of California, and he was also head of the Screen Actors Guild. So he had some political-ish experience.
Who's the president? Ronald Reagan? The actor? What movie, Dave? What movie, Dave?
Back to the Future, Bailey.
He came out of nowhere with that.
Oh, my God.
Actor?
Who's the president? Ronald Reagan. The actor? You killed me, Bailey. I'm glad we fired Drake. Okay. All right, it's 101.3 KDWB. It is KDWB. Of course it is. It is, it's your best choice. It's your first choice. It's your first preset. Thanks for making us a preset on the iHeartRadio app. When you do that, screenshot it, DM that over to us at 1013 KDWB on the gram, and then you get another pair of weekend tickets. We'll choose one at random and give you a pair of weekend tickets for the show on Saturday night.
Do you want to go? Then you got to listen.
Well, that's
and enter to win.
Well, that's one way to do it. There's two ways to do it. One way you do have to listen.
Yeah.
And then the other way, you just got to set us as a preset and DM that thing over there.
And DM that thing.
On my Instagram is a picture of the kids at the lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Because I took a picture of. So I went out yesterday. I was on the e-bike and I'm riding down this trail, the one that goes through. It goes all the way from Hopkins out to Victoria. I don't know if it's called the Loose Line Trail or I'm not sure what it's called.
I know exactly what it is though, because it has 0 benches. Because when I do my big 20-mile walk, I've walked on it twice and been like, "Can I sit?"
I'm going to go ahead and disagree. There are some benches along the Lake Minnetonka, but I know what you mean. So anyway, I'm riding along with my friend Brenda. Brenda used to work here at the radio station. We're riding along, and we see a lemonade stand, and it's 2 boys, probably about 10-ish, kind of on the cusp of being too old for a lemonade stand. And I was like, I don't have any cash. You guys take Venmo. Yes, they took Venmo.
Ooh.
They also shorted me on my lemonade by filling the cup only about halfway full. And I almost said something, but I didn't care that much. It wasn't like I was dying for a full glass of, watered down lemonade. But my lesson is I took a picture of it. I didn't put the boy's face in the picture because they're kids.
Yeah.
But stop at lemonade stands.
Right. I don't see why not. Why wouldn't you stop?
So yesterday I drove by another lemonade stand and I didn't
stop. 2
in
one day?
And that one I didn't stop. And it was a little girl about 5 or 6 years old sitting there with what looked like her mom or her nanny or whatever. And I rode by and I didn't stop because my mind wasn't expecting it. And I was past it before I even thought about it. So I gave them a little wave and she gave me a half-hearted wave. I got up the road a few miles. I called my wife who had just gotten home and I said, hey, there's a little girl with a lemonade stand down on this road. Go by and buy some lemonade. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, because I feel bad because I didn't stop at her lemonade stand. So my wife got in the car, drove down and bought a lemonade, came home and poured it out. So
that's such a bummer.
Though?
Because I don't know.
I mean, it was only $1, so it wasn't like a big loss, but still, just drink it.
I do. I feel it's like that's a necessity. You drink it unless it's like if they serve it to you with their thumb in it, which they do about half the time, then I'm not going to drink it.
No.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on KDWB, the Dave Ryan Show. Here's a text message. I like this one. My 11-year-old did a lemonade stand yesterday, made $75.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's pretty nice.
So people do stop at lemonade stands.
101.3. 101.3.
KDWB. This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. And you can be there for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Starring
Tate McRae, Ed Sheeran, Lil Wayne,
Jelly Roll,
I'm not okay.
Maroon 5,
Mariah Carey, Glorilla,
and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Capital One cardholders can score their iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets starting today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are only available while pre-sale tickets last or until Friday, June 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's not all. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a private performance from LL Cool J on Friday or Jelly Roll on Saturday. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale. Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast. So visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One to buy today. And we'll see you
at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
Twin Cities weather. It's going to be mostly cloudy today with a few scattered showers possible.
Dave's 20-something original bangs from 13 original colonies. He courted them, kissed them, and now we'll name them one by one, including some he impregnated. There was Christy, April, Kathy, and Candy. She burned down a daycare. Joan and Cricket, yes, her name is Cricket. Debbie and another Debbie. Julie, yes, that Julie, but there was also another Julie. Kim and Kelly, another Kathy, was a hooker in Vegas. Linda, Mary, Vicky had a mohawk. Melanie, Melissa, Stephanie, Nancy sold ashtrays at state fairs. Tammy cheated on him with an Air Force cadet and a woman. Vanessa smelled bad, and we can't Walmart, then you're not my dad. If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. HOLLISTER, yeah. HOLLISTER. There's a store, Dad, down at the mall, and you can smell it from way down the hall, 'cause they spray stuff on all their clothes down at Hollister. Oh, spend it. Hollister, down at Hollister. All their clothes are super cute, tees and tanks and camis too. Mom, can I please have a few bucks so I don't look like you? Employees all drink Caribou, either that or Jamba Juice. Take me, I'll be nice to you. All the gay guys shop there too. American Eagles over with, they're just so 2006. You can go but don't come in, 'cause you're so embarrassing. Me and my friends buy their clothes, then we grab our camera phones, strike an inappropriate pose and put the pictures on MySpace. Hollister, down at Hollister.
Oh my God, Allison, give me a break. We're on a beer budget, you got champagne taste. I'm taking you to Penny's and then over to Pomida. You ain't wearing clothes that show off your booty. If you want to go to college, then you better well acknowledge that we gotta save some money. So what's wrong with dressing funny? I don't want to make you mad, but Walmart really ain't that bad.
If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. Dad, can you give me $150?
What do you need $150 for?
I'm going to Hollister.
Hollister, they got great stuff down at Kmart. We're getting in the car, we're going to Kmart. Let's go.
Kmart? Just give me your wallet.
You did that for me.
Well, now that we're being straightforward with each other, I just want to say that...
Careful now. No equipment fees, no annual contracts, no price increase at 12 months. Straightforward is better with home internet from AT&T. Geographic and service restrictions apply to AT&T Internet services. Visit att.com/internet for details.
Home run! That's my girl!
She's a star.
Yeah, since I started giving her children's Claritin, she can actually play without allergies getting in the way.
I should try that. My boy's over there sneezing in the batter's box.
Oh, you should. It's pediatrician recommended and provides 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Plus, the chewables are dye-free.
So he can focus on his swing instead of his symptoms.
Exactly. He'll be hitting home runs in no time.
Claritin Clears. Use as directed. Rediscover Southdale Center this Saturday, June 14th from noon to 3. Enter to win a $500 Tory Burch gift card, $200 to David Yurman, and many more prizes. Enjoy DJ vibes, pop-ups, and giveaways from Lululemon, Kowalski's, and more. Follow us at Southdale Center for details.
Arthur's Jewelers is where style meets exclusivity. Discover stunning designs from America's top brands.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 494 eastbound from East Bush Lake to Highway 100 and westbound from Cedar to France. Eastbound 694 delays between 252 and 35E and westbound between 35E and East River. 394 delays eastbound from Penn to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by St. Paul College. Looking to get ahead this summer? Take classes at St. Paul College. You'll enjoy small class sizes and get top-notch student support, and you can save thousands of dollars in tuition. Plus, the credits you earn can be transferred. Classes starting now in June. Don't wait. Learn more at stpaul.edu.
This week on Dear Chelsea with me, Chelsea Handler. Maren Morris is here. You came out of a marriage and you had a huge growth spurt.
I was expanding and growing at a really fast pace. You could throw motherhood and postpartum learning about myself. There were a lot of identity crises going on, but I realized I can't look back and slow down for people.
Listen to Dear Chelsea on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Dear Chelsea and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Watch the Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. Just search Dave Ryan TV live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. It's 101.3 KDWB.
And we're about 15 minutes away from your tickets for the weekend, which is coming up on Saturday night. U.S. Bank Stadium, that is going to be a huge night. I think it's either sold out or it's very, very close to sold out. I think it is sold out because it's the weekend.
I think
and
it'd be a
tours
fun
selling
concert.
out all over the place.
Be vibey, like a vibey kind of concert. I don't know.
I'm not going to the weekend show. No. I'm going to the Excelsior Art Fair.
Yeah.
On Saturday. Pretty excited about it. I am not a big art guy. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know.
Curmudgeon-y?
I'm not curmudgeonly.
Cranky?
Artless.
Crabby?
Artless. And so I go because they have snacks and churros and things like the churros and things like that.
Yeah.
And so we're going to push the girls around in a stroller, get them a lemonade or get them a little, snow cone, something like that.
Yeah.
So
You're there for pure vibes.
There for pure vibes.
I'm going to the Stone Arch Bridge Festival this weekend with my dad for Father's Day.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, same kind of thing. It's just a artsy kind of knick-knacky fair.
As a dad, I'm going to tell you, your dad probably doesn't want a present for Father's Day.
Oh, I can guarantee he doesn't.
No, I'm addressing all dads, all kids of
all
kids.
kids.
They really don't. We've got everything we want. We don't need another whatever it is. If he asks for something specifically, then I think a book is always a good thing. Maybe a 4-pack of cigars. Something like that.
I always get my mom and my dad the same things for Mother's and Father's Day. So I always get my mom one of those hanging baskets with flowers in it for Mother's Day. And I always get my dad a pie. And if I can bake the pie, great. But I'm not necessarily the best at baking. So if I have time, I'll bake it. If I don't have time, I'll buy it. And I always just give him a pie.
I kind of like that one because, how often do you open up the fridge and there's a pie
There's a
in
pie
there?
right
Not
there.
very often. All right, we're going to play Dave Tank. And here's the way Dave Tank works. You will call me, the investor, Dave of Dave Tank, and you would tell me about your invention. Now, it's a fictional invention that doesn't exist. If I like yours the best, I will invest $20 via Venmo of my own money in your invention. So basically, you get a chance to win $20. First into the tank right now is Bailey J. Hess. Bailey, what's your invention?
Hi, Dave Tank. My invention is called the Impressa shoes. They are shoes that you can put on when you find yourself at the club or at a wedding or just at a party with a banging soundtrack, and they're imbued with magic, and they put them into your feet so when you can whip out some sweet dance moves and impress everyone around you.
They're called what?
The Impressa shoes.
I like the Impressa shoes. That's a good invention. Now, you call with your fictional invention at 651-989-KDWB. Now walking into the tank, a young man named Vaughn. Vaughn, what's on your mind?
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. My invention is called the custom creamifier because, you love your cup of coffee and you love it a certain way with your certain creams or milks or sugars, but you never make it the same twice. So the custom creamifier, you can make it once the perfect way, make it a setting or like a custom preset. All you have to do is pop that cup under, press the button. It makes it the same way every time. The custom creamifier.
Okay, I like your invention. So what I would do is I would choose the best invention, and then I would give you $20. It's $20 more than you got right now. If you got Venmo, I'll Venmo it over to you, but you got to call with your fictional invention. Like my fictional invention is the fleshlight, which
That's not fictional.
It looks like a flashlight.
Yeah,
but it's not a flashlight.
What is it?
Did somebody already invent it?
I think so.
buddy.
Oh my God.
They're in stores worldwide.
What?
Is it used for fun?
Yes, okay. Call me now. Let's do it. It is Dave Tank, 651-989-KDWB. Coming back with Dave Tank next on KDWB. You will hear all of the inventions, and somebody will win $20 whole to invest in your invention. And we'll have the Weeknd next winner coming up next. If you registered, you signed up on the gram, you got to be here at 8:35, 6-7 minutes away to win.
For more information about contests on this station, go to kdwb.com/rules.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Twin Cities weather. It's going to be mostly cloudy today with a few scattered showers possible later this afternoon. Our high right around 74 in the Twin Cities. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms 57. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms with a high of 73. And then we could get some heavy rain with thunderstorms Thursday night into Friday. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Temperature now 67.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi.
Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. 0% APR for 60 months on select vehicles. Get a new Mirage under $18,000 straight warranty. Gas and car wash discount. Complimentary service package. Exclusively at Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. See dealer for details. Brookdale-Mitsubishi.com.
Hey, it's Dave. A little confession. I love to vacuum. I love making lines in the carpet, and then I hate when I have to walk over it and the lines kind of get worn out. But I've learned from Zero Res that vacuuming is really not enough to maintain the whole cleanliness and the lifespan, too, of your carpet. That's why I call Zero Res. I've tried doing the Rug Monster from the grocery store, and you got to pick it up. You got to take it back later. And with those DIY machines, there's no possible way to extract all that dirty water out of the carpet, which kind of leaves your floors worse than they were before. Have Zero Res do it. They use their platinum-rated cleaning system, safely and effectively removes all that deeply embedded water, dirt, dander, bacteria, and better yet, it's safe for your people and your pets and the planet. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google, and now you can take 20% off all services. ZeroResMinnesota.com or 9520-RES. Ask for that KDWB special. Spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Hey, what's up? It's Russell Nicolay with Nicolay Law. Have you been injured in a car or motorcycle accident? Get Nicolay. We're award-winning accident and injury lawyers with offices throughout Minnesota and Wisconsin. Remember, insurance companies fear the flannel. If you've been injured, go to nicolaylaw.com today.
Get fit for summer with Snap Fitness. Now until June 14th, join your home club for just $90 for 90 days. No long-term commitment. Unlimited access. Valid only at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply. snapfitness.com.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch snuggling, ball chasing, face licking, and of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
This summer, Minnesota Lottery presents a ticket from the past with a chance to win up to $88,000 in the future. The Back to the Future scratch game is available now at a retailer near you. Catch it before time runs out. Rated F for fun. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play. Back to the Future is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC, and Amblin Entertainment, Inc.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
This is an important message for all parents of teens. If your teen or preteen is or has been addicted to social media sites such as Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, and they have suffered from eating disorders, body image issues, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, you may be eligible to participate in a lawsuit for significant compensation. Disclosures by a Facebook whistleblower show Instagram and Facebook know their social media platforms were highly addictive and may have caused eating disorders, body image issues, depression, and suicidal ideation. It appears these social media companies knew they had been causing serious harm to kids, but have done little to stop it. If your teen has been harmed by social media like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, then you could be eligible for significant compensation. If you'd like to discuss a lawsuit, text online to 323232, online to 323232, online to 323232.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson, Media Advertising Specialists, LLC, is responsible for the content of this ad with principal offices in Chicago, Illinois.
Getting engaged? At Shane Company, we'll help you find the perfect diamond. This is your engagement ring, aka only your life's most important piece of jewelry. No need to worry. As gemstone experts since 1929, we handpick only the most beautiful natural and lab-grown diamonds cut to our high standards in every price range. We have diamonds in all shapes and sizes, ready to compare side by side right here in our store. Come see for yourself at shaneco.com or at your local store. No appointment necessary. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
This summer, are you ready to climb to the top? Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit. Now through August 17th, play each day for free in the Quick Rewards app and score bonus plays with every eligible item you grab. Like an ice cold Pepsi, bold Mountain Dew, hydrating Gatorade or Propel, sparkling bubbler, smooth Starbucks, refreshing Pure Leaf, or the high voltage taste of Rockstar. Grab one of those with hot food and earn 2 bonus plays. Yeah, and here's where it gets more intense. Every week, someone's cashing in. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, stacking higher and higher till one player reaches the top, scoring the ultimate prize, $250,000 cash money. Open your Quick Rewards app and get climbing for a chance to win, because this summer, the view from the top is worth every play. Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Hey, Tinsley, why don't we use EasyCater to order food for staff lunches?
Because my 46-page acronym system is so easy. I just have to salad, stay alert to late arriving deliveries, pie, put in expenses, and Google Pie. Go out and get everyone's preferences and allergy information.
That's supposed to be simple?
No, simple is Steven, Irma, and Margie prefer lasagna and empanadas.
OMG.
No need to make work life more complicated. Just use EasyCater, the easy way to get food for work.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 35W northbound from the Burnsville split to Highway 13 and from Diamond Lake to 94. Southbound slow from Stinson to the Mississippi River Bridge. 35E is clear. 169 delays northbound from Highway 21 to Pioneer Trail. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by LifeVac. Choking is the 4th leading cause of accidental deaths. LifeVac is a life-saving airway clearance device which has saved thousands of lives. Go to lifevac.net and enter promo code LIFE to save 20% to secure your home kit today.
Watch the Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. Just search Dave Ryan TV. Live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. It's 101.3 KDWB.
Okay, what a keyword for the weekend right now on KDWB before we get into Dave Tank. So one more delay. What is not the keyword? It is the winner's name from Instagram.
Yes.
And it is
Erica.Miller3 is who we're looking for.
All right, Erica.Miller3. Call me now within 10 minutes and 13 seconds to win your tickets for the weekend. Now, the lines, there's a couple of lines open. So if you call and it's busy, just call again, Erica. You got plenty of time. You got 10 minutes. And now, let's get into the tank. Dave Tank on KDWB. You will tell me about your fictional invention. I will then invest $20 into the best fictional invention via Venmo. Sheridan, you're up first. Sheridan, welcome to Dave Tank. Please tell me about your invention, Sheridan.
All right. My invention is called Carefree Kids. Late at night and your kids won't go to sleep. Need a break during the day and your kids are screaming your head off. Carefree Kids has got you covered. Just press the button on our remote and it will jetpack parachute your kid to one of our nannies for only $19.99.
Wow, that was like pre-written.
I love it. You wrote that out. I'm impressed.
That was great.
What's it called again?
Carefree Kids.
Carefree Kids.
It's because you have no cares after you shoot them off to the nanny.
No kidding. I love it. That was good. Okay. Thank you, Sheridan. Please hold for $20 on Dave Tank. And let's go to our next Dave Tank inventor, Evan. Good morning, Evan.
Good morning, Dave.
Welcome to the tank.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy to be here. So my invention is called the iShare. Let me paint a picture for you. You're out with friends. You're out at the bar. Your phone's at like 6%, but you're like, oh, man, I got to order an Uber back. I got to text my wife, let her know what time I'm going to be back. And a buddy of you has like 90% on their phone. You get a little cord that basically could plug into 2 ends of an iPhone, and you're able to transfer battery from the guy with his fully charged phone to your phone, maybe 10, 15%, whatever amount you'd like. Takes a few minutes. Boom. Now you got some battery, some juice in your phone.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. I'm surprised that's not already been invented.
That feels like that should be a thing.
Okay.
iShare.
Evan, good job on Dave Tank. Please hold. Let's meet our next inventor. Welcome to the tank, Spencer. Good morning, Spencer. What do you got in the tank today?
What I've got is I consider something that I need every day that I don't have. So I've made up the all-in-one tool that fits in your pocket. So basically, you pull this tool out of your pocket, you hit a button, you got a ladder. You hit another button, you got a saw. You hit another button, you got a pliers. You hit another button, you got your wrench set. You hit another button, you got a chainsaw.
Okay, now I get the idea.
It's go-go gadget.
Yeah.
Pretty much go-go gadget.
Now,
fits in your pocket.
When you said this at first, I thought he's going to talk about a Leatherman. No, it's not a Leatherman.
No.
There's a ladder and
There's
a
a ladder in
chainsaw. Brilliant. All right, please hold for 1 second. That is Spencer. Let's go to the Dave tank and find out what Julie has brought in. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the tank. What do you got?
Hello, Dave and Bailey and Vaughn.
Hi.
Thanks for having me on Dave Tank. All right, so this is something for everybody. Everybody needs this, man, woman, child. Imagine this, just like on the show. I'm getting out of the shower. I've got my frizzy hair. Now, everybody, every day, has to get your hair done before you go to work or go to school, whatever. Imagine the ease of putting on the shower cap or the cap and go. It takes 5 minutes. Get out of the shower, put your cap on, push a couple of settings, and you can go about your day, get dressed, eat your breakfast, pack your stuff up, and in 5 minutes, take the cap off. Your hair is not only dried, but styled with perfection the way you want it styled. And done for the day.
Brilliant.
Ooh, that's like
Brilliant.
a Jetsons thing.
Question for the hairstyling cap. Does it include product as well?
Oh, it sure does.
Okay, good.
Sure does.
Only $5 more.
Okay.
For only $5 more, you get product.
Okay, gotcha.
Ooh.
Any questions for the tank?
The cap and go. These all sound
cap
great.
And go? Is that what it's called? Cap and go?
Cap and go, patent pending, yeah.
Patent pending. That's straight out of the
screen.
Jetsons.
Okay, please hold. These are good. I
Yeah.
have a hard time deciding. All right, let's go back to the tank. And the next person in the tank with an invention is Lisa. Lisa, welcome to the tank. What do you got?
Good morning, Shark. My name is Lisa. I have an invention called Hey, Drive Better. Reader board, an electronic reader board that gets installed in your back window, and you have prompts that are preset, but you can also customize, and it's voice activated. Things like, hey, your tint's too dark. Hey, turn off your signal. It's been on for the last 15 miles. Hey, your lights are on. Turn on your lights. It's raining. Hey, move over. You're driving too slow in the passing lane. You can also have happy messages like, have a great day, etc. But I just get irritated by people. You get behind somebody, their signal's on for the last, 20 miles. You're like, oh my God, turn off your freaking signal.
Yeah, it sounds very practical. What is the name of the invention again?
Hey, drive better.
Hey, drive better.
A car prompt for the back window.
Oh, these are all too good. I can't make a decision.
This is the best round.
Are those the five?
Okay. We got Sheridan with the Carefree Kids, where you basically they launch your kids off to a nanny. Okay.
Yeah.
The iPhone battery sharer, which is absolutely practical.
Yeah, that's from
the
Evan.
all-in-one tool, which I thought was going to be like a little pocket leather man. No, he's got a chainsaw and a ladder in there. Hairstyling cap I liked a lot. I'm going to go with Lisa because that made me laugh the hardest. The audible, hey, drive better. Hey, drive better. Lisa, you are a winner on Dave Tank today.
Woo!
Ow! Honorable mention, though, to everybody else.
Yeah.
Spencer, Julie, Evan, and Sheridan. Congratulations. I'm going to get you Venmo, and I'm going to send you over $20, all right?
Awesome.
Work on that invention.
Yeah, work on that, please.
Take it to market. It could go somewhere. It is KDWB. Dave's Dirt coming up in a second on KDWB.
And now from the world's most unreliable sources, it's Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Big update on the dog. So I've been looking for a dog kind of half-heartedly here and there, sometimes a little bit more than others. And we looked at a dog named Gavin a couple of months ago, and Gavin was so sweet. And he was like kind of like a short-haired yellow lab. I don't know exactly what he was, but he had a little pink nose, and he was a very happy boy, very friendly, but he shed really bad. And he was a little bit bigger than we wanted, so we did not take Gavin. And the sad thing is that Gavin was adopted by somebody who then realized that they lived in an apartment, and Gavin was a little bit too much dog for their apartment, so they
brought him back.
They brought him back.
That's just really sad.
So if you go to Spot's Last Stop, Gavin is still available. And just a little homeless little foster dog.
But it's going to be like worth it for the person who gets Gavin.
He'll be perfect.
My cat was also adopted and then brought back, and then I adopted him. So like, I'm glad he was brought back because now he's my cat.
You would have never had that
exactly.
That so we found another one on MARS. I think it's Midwest Animal Rescue Services, and they have a website too. And I found a dog on there. Actually, Susan found it. His name is Bernard. And Bernard, I've put pictures up online, and he is just kind of a doofy, goofy-looking dog. He's not that cute, but in the fact that he's not that cute, he's very cute.
Right. You just can't help but love him.
Huh?
You just can't help but love him.
He just looks very lovable, and I've heard he's kind of shy. Like they found him like matted and covered in dirt and things like that, and they had to shave him off and get him all cleaned up. And so he's a little bit shy because you don't know how exactly he was treated, but he seems to be warming up. So
which is good.
We're going to go take a look at Bernard in the next couple of days, I think.
I love that for you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're also getting a dog this weekend.
So tell me about this.
So we signed up to be fosters with Safe Hands, which is an amazing rescue in the cities. And there's a dog that we wanted but couldn't get because they wanted to put him in another family. Now, Ava, not sure what she is, but I showed you guys pictures. She's 4 months old, 17-pound, cute little brown baby. She was sick with something, and so she's feeling a lot better, so now they're trying to foster her, and we said, yes, we're going to do it. I think all she has now is like an upper respiratory infection, which is kind of normal for dogs coming from shelters.
Okay, yeah, I think so, yeah.
So not kind of normal, but it's
I think so, yeah.
It's not like parvo or something.
You don't want a dog with parvo.
No.
Yeah.
So Saturday, we're going to go pick up Ava, and that'll be our little foster baby.
That is so great. I love it.
And I'm getting a dog. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. No.
But I just wanted to be a part of it.
You like to join in and be included. I understand.
I do. I have a story for Dirt about Orlando Bloom, who, as we know, is married to Katy Perry and has his own fame. But he just spent a pretty penny, $13,000, on a procedure to remove microplastics from his blood.
Why?
What?
Exactly. And I think it's just kind of like a woo-woo sort of, I'm a rich person and this is a thing I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
But apparently this clinic in London that he went to is offering this treatment. It's a 2-hour treatment, and it rids your body of toxic chemicals. But scientists are like, we're not sure that's like a real thing because they don't think that there's reliable evidence of its benefit and the price. But bro was in there. He's like hooked up to a bunch of different cords and things to get microplastics taken out of his blood. Which, I mean, I think we're all full of microplastics.
I think we are, and I'm a big proponent of microplastics.
Yeah, you love them.
Yeah, I actually take a daily supplement of microplastics.
Yeah.
Because I figure, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
They're going to get in there somehow.
Well, they're everywhere from like when you use your Gladware to microwave leftover lasagna. There's a source of microplastics.
Yeah. Washing your face with those little like beads in the face wash. Those beads are microplastics.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything from like your water bottles. I don't know the danger of them.
Oh, they're bad. They can like rip up stuff.
I think you're making things up.
I think they can rip up your innards.
They're not that big, and if they're in your innards, you just poop them out. It's probably no worse than like anything else you eat.
I ate a ribbon, and it's going to come out all in one piece.
Stupid.
I always get the ribbons.
Macklemore's house got broken into in Seattle, and the woman that was there watching it got sprayed with bear mace. It was the woman watching the house and his 3 kids. The kids slept through the whole thing, but the woman said she got thrown to the ground. They put a boot to her neck. She got loose by biting into one of their hands, and then she got bear sprayed with bear mace. But the burglars took thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, designer watches, shoes. I'd be scared out of my life.
Oh, that's like my worst fear.
Just in general, getting robbed. But like, this isn't even my house. This is I'm just a sitter.
So a quick story about bear spray, bear mace. We were just in Yellowstone, and so we were going to do some hiking. So I bought some. They sell it in all the gift shops. It's the size of a can of hairspray, bear spray, and there's a big cautionary thing on the back. And I was talking to one of the park rangers. He said I said, do you recommend bear spray? He said, no, I don't. Here's why. They have more incidents of tourists spraying each other or spraying themselves in the face by accident than they ever do bear encounters. So some yahoo from Tulsa will go out there and be like, hey, Martha, look at the psh. And then Martha's got a face full of bear spray, and then they got to go to the emergency room. So
that would also be the absolute worst. I've never been bear maced. Obviously, I've never been regular maced, but I've been in. You have?
It's unbearable.
I can imagine. I've been in the room where not mace. What's the
pepper spray?
Pepper spray.
Okay.
I've been in the room where pepper spray went off.
Yeah, mine was not mace. It was pepper spray. Yeah,
and I don't know. It's weird because obviously it's supposed to make your eyes, water or whatever. But it got into my throat, and we were all just sitting in there going what's happening?
It's really quite unbearable because you really can't do anything but wait.
Yeah.
I remember being in the bathroom after somebody sprayed me with pepper spray as a bit because we're DJs and we do stuff like that. I've been in the bathroom at the radio station and just rinsing and washing and crying and coughing. And it is nothing you can do but wait for it to go away.
Dang, that sounds awful.
My son Chase is a TV reporter, and during the riots a few years ago in Colorado Springs, he got sprayed with either mace or pepper spray. He couldn't open his eyes for a day.
Wow.
It was awful.
Oh my gosh, scary.
All right, here's something kind of interesting. This is Aaron Rodgers has confirming that he has married a mystery woman.
Yeah, it's a wedding ring.
Congratulations.
Thank you. How long? It's been a couple months.
Couple of months. Okay. Coco Melon is in the dirt today. Has got a new potty training song that is about to ruin your life if you're a parent.
I gotta go, 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 go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I gotta go, go. Oh no. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Trying something new can be hard, and being brave is such a good start. So come on.
That is catchy. But one thing, if you're not familiar with Coco Melon, one of the first things I noticed is that there's a laugh track constantly, giggling children in the background. They must have test marketed that and found out that kids love giggling children.
Well, it's just to make them pay attention for longer, because then you're constantly their, synapses in their brains are pew, 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 pew.
Must be.
Oh, it's awful.
There's a viral video going around. It's a mom trending because she created a formula to calculate a mom's libido. All right, it's worth a listen. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Mom Libido 101. Here's the basics of the formula. The amount she slept last night, plus how much food she's eaten today, sitting down, times the amount of help her partner gave her, divided by the annoying comments, minus the number of times she was touched by her children today. So let's run through an example, shall we? Let's say mom got 8 hours of sleep last night, ate 3 full meals. Her partner did pick up and bath time, but he was really annoying twice. Then we have to subtract by the 1,000 times that she was touched today. Does anyone know what the answer is? Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a math problem right there.
That's kind of funny. All right, Vaughn, what else we got in the dirt today?
Looking at this story about Sydney Sweeney, who we know from Euphoria, or this Glenn Powell scandal. And apparently Glenn Powell, their former partner, because they both broke up with their partners, said they were shattered by the whole romance scheme. And I think we have a clip.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen. And then I saw hit the media and I was like, hello, what's going on here? I was completely blindsided.
It sucks because Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney were in relationships. Then they did the movie and there were rumors that they left their partners and that they were with each other. Sydney said that she's not with anybody right now, but there's still speculation.
If she's looking for somebody to be with, she could be with me.
Or me.
Oh.
She's so good looking.
Well, you have a girlfriend.
Do you are you attracted? Would you date a woman?
Just Sydney Sweeney, probably.
Okay, but you wouldn't, I've never heard you say you're attracted to women romantically.
Mostly just Sydney Sweeney.
Okay.
I think she's my type. If I was interested in a woman, it would just be her.
When Don Cheadle was younger, he was my type. He's gotten too old for me now.
Yeah.
I'm looking for younger meat.
Hey, well, here's somebody for you,
Black
Dave.
don't crack. Hold on. Don
He
Cheadle still looks young.
He's looking old.
Here's somebody for you, Dave. I have her picked out for you, Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island.
She's still alive?
She is 91 years old, and she was
Wow.
spotted out in New York City last week. She is the sole remaining member of the cast of Gilligan's Island.
I have to believe that because, I mean, that show was like 60 years ago.
Can you tell me who she was on that one?
She was Ginger, the movie
the hot
star.
one. The hot one.
Yeah, she
so
was the
she's
hot one,
perfect
yeah.
for you. She's out and about, walking around. 91. I mean, that's close, right?
I tell you, I was going to make a joke. I was going to make a joke about taking her teeth out, but I'm going to go ahead and just
No, David.
There is a show that I'm watching, and it's really interesting. And Susan's not really a history buff, but she's found it really interesting too. It is on Netflix, and it's the Apollo 13. I think it's called Survivor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good. And it's about an hour and a half long, and it's all about the Apollo 13 mission that they were halfway to the moon, and the spaceship, part of their oxygen tanks blew up. So they had to abort the mission. That's what the movie Apollo 13 is all about.
Yeah.
But this is real footage, and it's really good. Just a little Netflix recommendation for you.
I'll also pass along another one on Netflix. Just dropped today about the whole submarine that imploded 2 years ago.
Yeah, Titan, whatever.
The Ocean Gate disaster. Yep, that dropped today on Netflix. So I'm definitely going to go home and watch that.
That's my next watch.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Let's do
All
it tonight so that we can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Aw, cute.
Deal.
We'll hold hands.
Just two bros talking about the submersible. All right. Dirt is brought to you by 612 Injured Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Shout out to those people. Bailey has an announcement for men.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey is tired of hearing men say this, and she wants to set you straight.
Yeah.
And that's coming up next on KDWB. And I agree with her.
Hey, it's Fallon. I feel like I'm on my phone all the time because it's how I stay connected to people who listen to the show. But also I joke with my husband, there's, an app for everything. We have an app where we have constant communication with my daughter's teachers or my doctor. Pretty much everything is just online. AT&T has invested billions of dollars in